This is Secret Influence TV tip around choosing a subject for a speech. If you're invited to talk on stage, perhaps at a convention, talk at after dinner speech, and you're struggling to plan it and to think about what you can say or examples to use in your speech. Of course, the most important thing is to do is prepare and do your research. So who is it for? Your audience is the most important thing because it'll be relevant and of interest to them. So structure it carefully, beginning, middle, and end. Think about the points you need to include and what facts and figures, what examples, and how you conclude it, and what outcome do you want? Is it a speech to inform, to inspire, to entertain? Do you want a certain course of action? But the most important thing is you need to connect, and the best way to connect with audiences is for them to resonate with what you say. It could be to make them laugh, or to make them interested, to make them engaged, to make them interact. So telling stories, people love stories, and if you're telling a personal story, opening up, people are more likely to listen and to follow you and want to know more. So what I always say to people who are preparing a speech for the stage is, start by what is the speech title, what's the outcome you want, what type of speech is it, and then build that structure and get all the key points in, and then think, what are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? What are you interested in? And use that for your examples. Use that to tell your stories. So you've got a family. Perfect starting point. You've got any hobbies, anything you do that you really enjoy doing, whether it's sport or something. So I've got a son who's 4 years old, and I talk about him all the time. He's a great example for little funny stories. Illustrate the points I make. But also, in addition to that, I love green issues, environmentalism. I go to the zoo a lot with my son, and again, fantastic opportunity to draw on those experiences I've had for funny stories or serious stories. Again, animal behaviour, human behaviour, not so different. So if I'm talking about human behaviour and motivation and understanding humans, often using animal examples from my travels or from the zoo, a perfect way of illustrating points I'm making with something a bit, personal story and something perhaps a bit more light-hearted. So in conclusion, if you're want to go on stage, preparation's everything. The more you prepare, the more you relaxed you can be, the more confident you can be because you know the content. So practice it, prepare it, and practice it, and prepare it, and practice it, and prepare it. Start with your structure. Make sure you've got all the points you need to get in there. Be keen ahead. What do you want as a result? What do you want your audience to do at the end? And then, talk about things talk about things you're passionate about. And the more you can use personal stories throughout your speech, where relevant, illustrate your points, the more you're going to engage your audience, and the more that your audience can be be interested, and you're going to have a successful speech. Talk about what you know. It's not rocket science, and if you talk about what you know and what you love, you're going to talk more naturally, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have more passion, and it'll reflect, it'll come out in your body language. You're not going to have to struggle to think about what you're talking about because there'll be things that come quickly and easily to you. So talk about things you have a passion for, as passion is the most motivating subject and the most motivating force, and it's going to be the thing that you know the most about and the most deep down you're going to want to talk about the most. And that's my top tip for today.